You have offense.
Hello and welcome to the Courtesy Flush. Joining me this evening is Naresar. Hello, everybody.
Hello there.
Yeah, we're going to be playing more Black Dahlia. Last time we left off, we were in the middle of trying to solve one of Germany's greatest mysteries, the room full of unnecessary puzzles to hide treasures that I'm sure have some actual value. I don't know if anyone in Germany during World War II had stumbled across such a room or a place, but I have to say, may God have mercy on their souls. Because why? I don't understand, but I'm also here because I think watching Nick try to solve these is more fun for me than I realize. So let's go ahead and let's launch.
I'm glad to know that my suffering is amusing to you.
To be honest, somebody who does puzzles all the time, you've been doing really well. I think the only real puzzle that we had some serious issue with was just the Herald. Thanks, Windows 98. The Herald puzzle, you remember that? That was the only one where I'm kind of like, what a stretch. Like, I would have been... That would have been one hell of a long time if we just didn't think about that for a minute. It was like, what a throw. What do you think so far, Nick?
It's been interesting so far. So hopefully, maybe we wrap it up this evening. We'll see.
Yeah. All right. Let's get right into it then. It wouldn't be a 90s or early 2000s game without a sewer level. You're absolutely right. All right.
Okay.
So we had opened up the one on the right out of the 3 vaults
yes,
that are
you
in
had
here.
just decided to do that one.
I don't know what. I just looked easy for me in my brain. This one, though, I don't know. I honestly have no idea what the logic is. Like, this is a puzzle that belongs in Myst. You know what I mean? Like, it even looks like a puzzle that would be in Myst. Okay, that looks cool to me, Nick. There you go. What a turnaround. There's just so much. Like, why can't I just use like a welding torch or something to cut in, you know?
I mean, funny enough, at school today, I was talking to one of the science teachers because I guess the maintenance needed to get a lock off of one of the lockers.
Yeah.
Um, and other teacher was surprised that the maintenance guy used an angle grinder as opposed to like bolt cutters or something. And it's like probably way easier to use the angle grinder because it's just like, hold it to lock until lock ceases to exist in a meaningful way. But yeah, in this case, like honestly, if I was there in person, no, I'm not.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say that
this.
the guy who was like corporal or private or whatever that brought us into this room, he would have been like blown this open at this point.
Yeah, well, I don't even know if we need to do that because like presumably we can see the pins doing something. So it's like, no, just go.
You're right.
Get a cutting torch. We're gonna cut out a chunk and move something as much as it needs moved.
Yeah, they do have all of the locking mechanism exposed here, so this is kind of a pointless lock to anything with the power to cut. Ah, the ingenuity of the 90s right here. Oh, wow, nice. I don't even know what you did, but look, the two on the right just need to come up now, and we're in. Hold on, guys. I'll defend us. Let me get my gun out of the safe. Ah, fuck. Sorry, guys. Just 5 more minutes. I'll get the gun out. I promise. Oh, I don't know what you did. You know what? I'm gonna go get my notepad. I see it over there on the other side of the room.
Yeah, I think I'm having similar thoughts of, I should start writing what things do. Maybe we can eventually brute force a solution. Where's my backpack?
Okay, I got my notebook. Sorry, what did you say?
I was saying I was going to have... Oh, you know what? Here's a pen.
Yeah.
I was having similar thoughts.
Mein Leader, we've lacked the money and 4 rockets. 9 complete mine puzzle room. You know, it's true. There's somebody... Because this puzzle isn't old, supposedly. Because think about it. There's electricity in here. Like, above the... I noticed that when we were looking at this. There's, like, actual lighting in this room that someone put in for electricity. So they had to have a contractor in here. So who do you call to install something like this? Like... is it Night Owl? Did Night Owl make this? Night Owl said that he was part of, like, he did locksmithing. Would Night Owl put something like this together? I guess if you pay someone enough. Also, Lord Grimos, thanks for the courtesy earlier. Appreciate it, man. Static Wanderer.
7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, and double 12. Okay.
Do you see a pattern here?
No.
Okay. Okay, you were saying all that stuff and it sounded really impressive.
Well, so what I've noticed is that... Well, that was a thing.
This ,
4
game loves making
down.
You feel like you solved something.
We'll keep it. Anyways, so I went through and I was drawing myself a map of, okay, we've got, verticals and horizontals, and basically what I figured out by just, moving things around is that like each segment will do or can do something.
Mm-hmm.
What it does, I think, is consistent, but it's not like if I did down, if I then immediately did up, it's not going to undo the down that it just did. Like it seems to be discrete of if I move it down, it's going to move pins, I don't know, 1 and 7
Just as an
in
example,
or out
yeah.
or something.
Okay.
But that's only if they're already in. It's not like it's saying, hey, flip the positions of these pins. It's saying like sending like an in or an out command.
Well, considering the very dense puzzle nature of this game, I wouldn't put it past the developer to have that same kind of mindset. I kind of like that train of thought. I've never really considered an in and out on that. But I'll tell you what, though, this safe definitely cost them a pretty penny. This is definitely not cheap. I don't think they went to the local German Costco and bought this. I think somebody... Like, look, there's intricate designs in the plate behind the locking mechanism. Engraving's not exactly a super fast technology back then. Especially thinking about, like, all the brass pieces that are on here. Somebody really shaped this metal. I think the lockpicking lawyer would, at this point, would just use a crowbar. I don't think there's a reason to put themselves through this much hassle. Although I've noticed you've got them all in a very similar pattern now.
Kind of, almost.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they went and got like brass for the outer pieces. They went and got brass for the screws or whatever those are supposed to be. I don't know. Those are not Phillips head. There's got to be. Like, did the guys who made this, like the manufacturer of this vault, did they leave like, a brand name or a phone number we can call? Locked out? Call our toll-free number now. It's like a puzzle. It's like, imagine if Sierra was decided instead of making video games, they made like safes. And we're like, call our hint line.
I am reminded of a comment that, people think about how secure their doors are.
Yeah.
And don't ever think about how secure their walls are. Like, I know at least one story of somebody who broke into, like, there was a safe in some hotel room and, like, they had guards outside the door. Well, he rented like the next room over or something and just cut through the wall to get to the safe. Let's like
Yeah.
At this point, why are we like? Either we can make this lock disappear, or we can make a chunk of wall disappear.
Look, we have the
And
Army
it
Corps of
might
Engineers
be
like right upstairs, you know. So it's like
it might be some couple privates with sledgehammers or something. If we want
oh
to be
yeah.
like maybe a little bit more delicate with it, it'll take a little while, but we're not going to blow up something irreplaceable. But
No.
um
A new thing happened. Trouble with your locks, call our office in Dresden. Yeah. I guess they really don't want like I don't want to put my calling card on this occult device that you're trying to unlock. But I'll totally build it. Oh. Okay.
Hold on.
It sounds like somebody's like cooking spaghetti or something in the distance. Like, what is that popping noise? Is he over just there just like cooking food while we're sitting here, probably smoking and going like, look at the captain over there. What a sweet young man. What a little guy trying to solve this. I'm gonna give him like 10 more minutes before we get the Army Corps of Engineers in here. We'll get that safe open in a jiff, sir. Hey, Night Owl. Once again, we're back here. This is it's not Cleveland anymore. We're now in World War II. This is some place in Berlin, I think. It's like we're in like 1945. We're like near the end of the war. Bavaria, probably.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna reset this real quick.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Which ones don't I know real well? Four I know. 7.
Night Owl says, still have the guide. Oh, April 20th, 1945. Thank you.
Yeah, so the war's not done yet, but the Germany's fallen and can't get up.
Yeah. I feel like April 20th is a very specific day in World War II history, and I don't remember why. Isn't it like Hitler's birthday or something?
I have no idea.
It just sounds like a familiar date in my head. Hitler's birthday. Ah, okay. It's also the funny number for smoking pot. Because it's 420. Also, Soviets started bombarding Berlin. Oh, we need to get out of here. They weren't exactly super, careful about where they were throwing their bombs. It's like nothing some bolt cutters can't solve. We just cut all these locks on the edge and we're good. Oh, also last public appearances by both Hitler and Mussolini. Ah, all right. Well, after building something like this, I don't... It's like, yeah, you better hide. Agent Pearson here is going to have some words or two. All right, now you just got the 2 on the right. I still don't know how you're going to get those. It seems like you were able to get all of them except the 2 on the right, specifically the top one on the right.
Yeah, I don't have any notes yet about what triggers them. Which is weird. You would have thought that I would have, like...
Can you go around the whole thing in like 1/360 motion? Okay. So if you go the opposite direction, does it do the same thing? Night Owl says, Hitler gave awards to a group of Hitler Youth soldiers outside his bunker on his last trip to the surface, and Mussolini gave a newspaper interview to one of his few loyalists. Well, I will say, despite this puzzle and a few of the other puzzles we've seen, the developers obviously put their all into this game.
Why did...
I don't know, Nick. I don't know what the answer to that question is, whatever it might be. I don't know why it moved. Okay.
Oh.
So from the top right to the top left, we'll move that guy.
Is there... Why would you do that?
A question I'll keep asking myself forever. I don't even know why the bottom 2 moved. Yeah, prior to stream, I had my dinner and I was like, I'll just lay down for like 30 minutes while waiting, and that 30 minutes turned into like an hour and a half, and I was like, oh my god. I woke up, set up. Luckily, I had all this stuff for stream set up earlier. Typically, if I know I'm going to be streaming on a day, I'll go ahead and do all the setup a few hours beforehand. Because I've had enough, fiddling with things at the last moment for one lifetime. Now we just got to figure out what makes that bottom right one move, that one on the right on the bottom.
Yeah, if I could figure out what its trigger is, I think at this point I know the rest of them.
Okay, well let's focus on figuring out that one.
Problem is, I don't know what I haven't, like...
Yeah, there's clearly a maneuver to move that one. Hey Zinthar, how's it going? Ah, square puzzles, not my favorite. What, are you telling me in Australia they don't have these? Come on. Oh, one second, I gotta go open the door to my car. Oh no, we prefer trapezoids. Ah, I see. Oh my goodness. Flips the squares upside down. Hey, Thorax, how's it going? So I laugh a lot because the absurdity of what's happening in front of me just catches me off guard sometimes. I, I, I just see stuff happening and I think to myself, why? Just hit it with your whacker spoon. Yeah, you're right. Yes, from the makers of It Is What It Is comes a puzzle that nobody ever wanted. Sometimes all you could do is laugh. Well, I think the developers of this game are having a laugh at our expense. Well played. I do have to say, again, like, the acting and the FMV parts have been excellent. The puzzles have been fucking insane. And I mean, we were warned before we started this ahead of time that these were pretty hard puzzles. Like, some of the hardest in puzzle games that you could do. They weren't kidding. This is tough. So I'm beginning to see that there are maneuvers to open each and every single one of them, except that one on the right that we've been trying to figure out. The one on the right on the bottom. If we could get that one. Yeah, we hit F1. It just told us to move things around. It doesn't give us like a real... It doesn't give us like an answer as to like, or a clue as to what the correct order or sequence is. And I looked up a hint, and it even said like there is no clue in the game on how to do this. It requires a bit of trial and error and just writing down the sequences that you discover to open the specific pieces. Would you like something resembling a useful hint? Yes.
Yeah, because
the hint guide was like,
if I could just get a hint of how do I make this pin right here not be where it is right now, I'd appreciate it. Because like most of the other ones, I think I have figured out at some point or another how to make them do the thing.
Start at the center and trace the outline of one square at a time.
I was just doing that, I thought.
Yeah, we were doing that. We're writing it down. So like every single time we move a piece, we had been writing down what sequence did we take to get to that. And the problem is that we've gotten all of them except the one on the right that's on the bottom. It wouldn't seal you away for 1,000 years. All of us would have broke this thing before we even opened it the right way. Again, I don't know if there's a wrong way to open this. And I bet you there's nothing in here. I bet you they took whatever was in here, just like the Holy Grail.
Night Owl, I thought I did, but I am doing that now.
Oh, okay. Okay, that one doesn't do anything. Keep going, Nick. Okay, never mind. Go do that again. So let's try this, because I don't know if you've tried this. Can you go up there and then go all the way over? Snappy thing. I don't know. I thought maybe something like this. And this. No, that just opens that one. Okay. And then maybe, because I've seen you do this part to get that guy down. And that moves that guy.
Night Owl, I see. I am not surprised that it looks bizarre, complicated, and nonsensical.
Do that, but go down. Says Douglas Nelson.
I don't know. I don't know when he sent that versus what you were doing at the time. So
I'm literally just trying out patterns that I didn't see because I might have just looked away at a moment. Yeah, you see it too, Zenthar. It literally like each time one of these pegs moves, it's because we moved this knob in a specific pattern around the squares. And the one we're looking for, the pattern to unlock the one on the right, is elusive to us. We don't know what that one could be. Go all the way across the bottom.
Okay, so one.
Yeah, it's a silly puzzle. One action locks pin, and then a reverse motion removes it.
No, it doesn't. I've been writing down combinations, and you would think like if I did this, and one of the pins moved, that doing this would move it back. And the answer is no, it doesn't.
No, one action selects, then an opposite action unlocks, if that makes sense. That's what Zenthar is saying.
Oh. Possibly.
Let's see. We tried bottom. Let's try top. Okay. Let's go the opposite way. Just, I'm like gonna scream. It's like, why? Oh, look, the other one moved again. Hooray! I think at this point we're just like hoping that the solution is something we can actually understand. Because we have, again, we could solve this if we could just figure out which one moves that little guy, but we don't, there's no like specific pattern. Oh my god, I don't know what I did, Nick. I don't know what I did.
Okay, hold on.
I don't know what I
How do I get 5 in 9 up?
Oh my god, we solved it somehow.
Damn. This one's empty too. I hope I'm not too late.
We don't know how to immediately does it. See, this is maddening. I don't know what I did. And it's empty. Oh my god. Okay. So this will hopefully... You know what? I'm not going to say it's going to be easy. It's not. I can tell you right now, this is not going to be easy. But it looks like it's a lot more... I could do this.
Yeah, this one I can do. I just need to quick set up.
Yeah, this one...
because you hit it. Okay. Yeah, so like some keys fit into some locks, others don't. And the trick is going to be to find
hit the
all
crow
the keys
version
into a lock.
Well, at least, here's the thing. I think anybody who gives you a lock and then gives you the keys for the lock is not being sincere with you. Like, imagine you walked in here, right? And you're going to I want to open this safe. This one specifically in front of us. And there are 8 keys that you need to open it. Well, that's not a problem. 8 keys is, it's a little excessive. But hey, that's 8 keys. You just got to go find them. You could get a lockpick or a locksmith. But no, they blatantly put the keys right here where you could just reach them. Which means that whoever designed this was probably counting on you on this evil plan.
Okay, hold on. Because bad news for me is that... Well, that looks terrible, but hopefully it'll do good enough.
Like, this would be one of those puzzles where you wouldn't put the keys on the safe, but this is like either that or the people who got the safe are like, you know what, we're not going to separate these keys because we can't even open it ourselves. This is probably the thing we're looking for. Or is it another empty vault? Because if it is, that's 3 empty vaults with 3 completely useless puzzles.
Okay. No. No. Yes.
Have these people ever heard of key rings? I know. I don't think they've heard of logic. Keyring could get lost. Yeah, that's true. Erdania says, it's not about the contents of the vaults, it's about the journey to them. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
I'm going to show you a wonderful journey of my fist to your face.
Too funny. The journey better be worth at least 5 million. Yeah, that's fair. Well, I mean, it could be Nazi gold, which would be, it's not nothing. It's not what we're looking for in the context of the game, but I mean, at least Pearson can walk away and said, hey, Colonel, I didn't waste an entire day down here. I did get something valuable. Look. And frankly, looking at these keys, they're all 3-pin skeleton keys at most. You could pick them with a damn fork. Best I could do is 350. The Loch Ness lock. How's it going, Ross? Danger's like Jell-O. I wish I had some right now.
Okay. Oops. Nope. Come back here. You go back there.
Goat bought some Jell-O and made it, and I was like, oh man, that's awesome. And then immediately it was gone. Sweet things do not last long in this house. Yeah, prior to this, I spoke to adventure game content maker, YouTuber, Space Quest historian, and he said that, he plays a lot of puzzle games. With a name like Space Quest historian, he's played some of the hardest ones. And even he's like, fuck these puzzles. I told him we were in a room full of 3 vaults, and he was just like, good luck, dude. He's like, I played the game with a walkthrough, and I still got mad. Ross says, trying to mow the lawn, but then it started raining. I know that feeling, Ross. I've been there. Night Owl says, as a locksmith, while these are fairly crude by modern standards, it would be a pain to pick even simple 3-lever locks with these. Apocalypse Cow says, Space Quest, damn, old school Sierra stuff. I recently went back and replayed all the old Quest for Glory games for pure nostalgia sake. Yeah, we played that here years ago on the Flush. It's one of our favorites. We had a great time with that. Nick was playing a wizard. We got through all 5 games somehow. Something's gonna turn that middle top lock. Armed and Delirious? Yeah, but Armed and Delirious is intentional, You did a Fighter Paladin playthrough because you're good at TCGs. Well, I mean, they're all good playthroughs, honestly, because there's different plots to each class you can play. Yeah, there really is. I think the coolest plot for Paladin is the second game when you actually get to fight Rakesh, which I always thought was pretty cool because I never played the second one prior to us streaming. Because I'd only ever owned the 3rd, 4th, and 5th one. And I was like, man, I mean, I owned the first VGA one, but I never had the second one up until we played it. The AGD Quest for Glory remake for the second one is fantastic if you've never tried it. It's just well made, obviously with love.
Hold on. I had a better idea of how to organize information.
Yes, and it had that had the best combat system. Yes. Well, to be fair, they did have years to remake it. I'll be quite honest. Lori and Corey Cole can make some really cool games, but they need somebody to teach them how to make combat systems. I don't know why, but every single one of the Quest for Glories has the most awkward combat, except for the remake of the second one. Because I think somebody actually went in there and tried to, improve upon what they had already put. Which, is easy to say years later, that was like new ground back then. So they did a fantastic job with the whole series. But yeah, I played Hero U, which is a newer game they made. It's set in the Quest for Glory universe. You play at a hero university. It's got a bit of a graphic novel / Harry Potter kind of feel to it sometimes, but it's pretty good. The combat, again, is something that I feel like they should probably hire a combat person for. Or if they are, they're just having a bad time getting one that can make it really fun.
It was 234.
Sounds like a Wii U launch title. Yeah, Hero U. I think it was because it's like Hero University. It makes a lot of references to Quest for Glory. There's like statues to like Rakesh and a couple of other main characters. It's really cool. There's also Heroine's Quest, which is also on Steam or GOG, and it's just a love letter to the Quest for Glory series. You play in Norse mythology in that one. The voice acting's pretty stellar.
He is 2 and 3. He is 1, 2, 3.
Which was the worst in the series? Oh, I'm gonna have to say number 3. The only thing I really liked about number 3, aside from the beautiful land that it is the music. Everything else, like puzzles and everything going on, I had more fun playing Mancala than I did most of that game, especially like the end game. The end game for that was so bizarre. But 4 is my favorite, and the reason why 4 is my favorite is because not only is the music like fucking excellent, the puzzles, and I don't know, I like the whole Russian folklore Halloween kind of thing they went for. And I think it was like one of Jennifer Hale's first roles was in Quest for Glory 4. So it was like a small world, you know? And the whole game, Quest for Glory 4, the whole game is narrated by John Rhys Davies. Of Indiana Jones fame. He literally played Gimli in Lord of the Rings, you know, that guy. Excellent voiceover. Yeah, Fur-Elise playing in the Town Inn. Was that Fur-Elise? I thought that was the Hungarian Dances. Number 9? Or something like that? One of the Hungarian Dances. But yeah, it's excellent, dude. That's the music in that game is... I've watched somebody on YouTube play a full, like, piano cover of all the main sounds in the game, and I was like, damn. Aubrey Hodges knows what he's doing, man. He's still kicking around, too, by the way. We got the Quest for Glory 4 soundtrack that he remastered with real instruments over on his... It's not SoundCloud, it's the other one. Bandcamp, yeah. He also remastered his Doom 64 soundtrack as well with real instruments. Pretty sick.
That's the only one that works there. So that's got to be that. Okay. 5 has to go... Yeah, 5 only worked in H.
You may be right. My brain is just going places. Scotch and cigars. Apocalypse Cow just lives in the Mad Men universe mentally. And I completely understand. I watched a little bit of that show because Tex and been going through it. I've unfortunately been spoiled by it because Mad Men was a huge deal to a lot of friends of mine. Oh my god, Ardania. Just gifted 5 subs. Oh my god. Thanks, Sargania. Thanks for the courtesy.
You have effects.
That's really kind of you. I really appreciate it.
Okay.
Well, or if anybody who throws subs at us at random wants a game that we can play next, just let me know. I've got a ton of stuff that we could play. Just recently.
You have effects.
Nice. I was gonna say that just recently I just played through a South Peak game called Dark Side of the Moon.
You have effects. And
I've just been blown. Like, I wasn't gonna try to play through the whole game. I was just like, oh, I'll wait for stream. But I was so like sucked into the story and what was going on and the puzzles and everything. I played through the whole thing, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So I definitely want to showcase that game at some point. I sent a message over to Conversations with Curtis, with Daniel Aubu and Paul Stetler. They're doing like a bunch of point-and-click adventure games. I was like, oh yeah, this FMV game just kind of blew under the radar because it came out in 1998. And same with this game. It came out in 1998, and that was an unfortunate year for point-and-click games. Hey, Tiggs, how's it going? 23 months. Hey, how's it going, man? Thanks for the courtesy. Oh, man. This game came out during a time in 1998 when there were, like, a bajillion better games being released. And that's not saying that these games were bad. It was just like, how are you going to stand out against Unreal? You know what I mean? Miss you too, Diggs. I'm going to be going over on WBPL 76 next month for their subathon. I'm going to building some stuff for that as well, because I owe Diggs a lot of little clips and stuff. I've been going through the WBPL archive. Oh, we did it!
There we go.
Yes, an actual item. We actually got something. It's not just an empty. It's not just empty. Okay, Pearson. Don't touch it with your bare hands. Oh, fuck. Call of Cthulhu taught me this.
At last. The Black Dahlia.
It's that. It looks like a dice. That's a sick looking... Dude, that's actually a really cool dice for tabletop.
Good work, Captain.
Oh.
We'll take over from here.
Take over what from here?
That gemstone there, I'm gonna have to ask you to hand it over. We're cataloging every item we take out of the place.
I'll do no such thing. I've searched high and low for this gem, and I'll be damned if I turn it over to anybody but my superiors.
Sorry, Captain. Just following orders from General Bradley. If you like, you can take it up with him. In the meantime, I'm gonna have to insist you hand over the gemstone.
Oh, we're getting shook down!
All right, Sergeant.
Oh, no.
I'll play it your way. But you can be sure as hell I'm taking this up with your superiors.
If you like, you can fill out a requisition with the Quartermaster Corps. I doubt you'll have much luck, but you never know.
Yeah, that gem is never coming back. That's going onto the black market immediately. Damn it. We did all that work for nothing! That is a 6D12 or D10. Always lick it to confirm, yeah. Why is he in dress uniform? Because he's an officer, you know. Hey, True Cicero, how's it going?
Soon after the war was over, my outfit, the OSS, had been disbanded. I'd found work as a bounty hunter for the State Department, tracking down war criminals for the tribunals taking place in Nuremberg. It was while I was still there that I received a hot tip from a former Austrian resistance fighter. Several former SS officers were supposed to be gathering at an abandoned monastery near the Swiss-Austrian border. Even more interesting was the small village near the monastery where several corpses had turned up in the surrounding lakes. They'd been dismembered, torso style. Assault seemed too risky, so I searched the place for another way in. I found it almost by accident.
That made me jump. Sorry. Pearson.
Okay, Indiana Pearson.
Yeah, Indiana Pearson scared the shit out of me. Oh, wait, does he still do that thing where you spin the camera around and he breaks the fourth wall? Can you try that, Nick?
Whee!
Do you mind? Would you cut that out?
Sorry, we were just playing around. He looks so pissed at us. I'm sorry.
Okay. So we find ourselves in a basement.
Yeah, we were able to get a patch from the Space Quest historian on getting rid of the scan lines, but it looks like they didn't get rid of the scan lines off that video in particular. But I'm glad that most of the scan lines are gone. I exported a few of the videos from this game, just messing around in the controls.
Oh, you know what you didn't do though, Mike?
What?
The spinny cursor.
Oh, I forgot to drop that in there. Oh, could you save the game, by the way?
Oh, you know what? As we are going to get probably shot here in a second, that would probably be a good idea. That would be probably...
Yeah, let's get shot, probably. Yeah, we're probably going to get shot. You know what, Nick? I'll go ahead and do that right now.
Oh, okay.
I'll just go ahead
I guess
and
I can.
yeah, I'll just go ahead and put that spinny cursor in there. I just have to actually transfer it from Windows 95 to Windows 98. Which will take me like a few seconds here. Few seconds, 20 minutes later. No, it shouldn't take me long. But anyway, yeah, we had successfully solved the weird puzzle in that area that we don't ever want to go back to. Nick, if this is all, we're not even like on disc 5 yet of 8.
Oh, wasn't aware that we had that much game left.
Yeah.
I think my thought was, oh, we're going to seize the Black Dahlia from the vault, and the game will reach its epic climax.
No,
And
we're not
no,
even
apparently no.
close. They get, look. I will say what you will about the puzzles of this game. The developers gave it their all.
Your Majesty.
They tricked you, Nick.
Apparently.
Thanks for the courtesy, Night Owl. Let's see here. Black Dahlia and interface. And I believe it was, which one is not mouse? Here we are. Mouse, and then I just have to find the one that says 2025 on the editing date, because that's I created this. Every other file on here is from 1997 except this one. Mouse number 9. The mouse number 9.bbm in the game is the cursor that spins, the standby cursor that spins. I edited it because I didn't like the spinning cursor. I wonder if I don't think I can write to the image though. I think I have to open it in, let's find out. See if I can just drop it in here. Let's see if it'll let me. I doubt it will. It's kind of a pain, honestly. All right, let me see. Mouse, can I drop in? You want to copy this to the archive? Yeah, I do. Not in, okay, so it can't write, so 7-zip cannot write to pre-created images, because these images are made like hard drives to work on Windows 98. So all I have to do is just put it on a floppy, basically. A fake floppy. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a fake little floppy for just us. I also made a backup of all of our saves when we switched from Windows 95 to Windows 98. I'm just going to call this mouse patch. Here we go. Put that right in there. And then I'll just go ahead and put it in the game. And then rate folders to file. Open Black Dahlia. Mouse patch. Select folder. And we're going to call this Mouse patch Black Dahlia. Super original, I know. Yay, okay. So that did it. And it should be ready to go. I've just got to put it on Windows 98. I'm just going to maximize. Boom. There we go. Ah, the sounds of nostalgia. I'm going to go ahead and put that image in. And I installed Star Trek Klingon to see how it works. It's hilarious. The guy who plays Gowron, I have nothing but love. He literally stabs you in the opening, and I'm like, yeah, I'm here for this. I didn't play it very much though. I just played like the opening. All right, so I got the patch. It's just I just edited the file for the mouse. I didn't code anything. I just got rid of I changed the animation so it's static. And I'll just put that in the Black Dahlia folder here, which does have the interface files right there, and then mouse, and then just hit paste, and then yep, and there we go, Nick. Should be good to go.
Okay.
So like the other cursors will still spin, but if you look now, the main cursor doesn't spin. I would prefer the game have this, because it makes it easier for us to see what hotspots we can actually click on.
Okay, so we've got up the steps to that door.
Wolf says, I've just figured out what the fourth wall break reminded me of. Metal Gear Solid 3, when you spin Snake in the survival screen and pukes in the game. Yeah, that's right. I totally forgot about that. It said I earned a hype chest. What is that?
Whatever that is.
I'm going to move something here for a second, Nick.
Oh, okay.
Just moving out of the game. It's some kind of dancing emote. Check that out, guys. And the people that are on Twitch, it gave us like a cool little weird emote for that hype train. That's cool. Anyway, sorry. It popped up over my OBS, and I was like, I can't see the game anymore.
Okay, so and we've got. So it seems like we can go that way, or up the steps.
Apocalypse.
I think.
I like that.
This way.
Good old IT humor. Windows 98, a 32-bit extension and GUI on a 16-bit patch to an 8-bit operating system originally coded for a 4-bit microprocessor by a 2-bit company that can't stand 1 bit of competition. That's classic. Man, I bet you that would have been like a chain email that, everyone would have sent around the office back in the day. That's excellent. Now, I said Windows 98 was nostalgia. That joke right there is nostalgia. It's because my aunt and uncle, they would constantly send these chain emails back when I was a kid. Because in 1998, I was 10 years old. Or 11. And they didn't really know how to use the computer as much. Because they knew I was like, I played games on it when I was allowed to. But when it came to the internet, they were really careful. They didn't want, because my uncle knew what was on the internet. He knew what he was going on the internet for. And they, for some reason, just could not figure out, how to send an email. Which, granted, back then was, kind of a challenge. The joke killed on Usenet, yeah.
What's that over there?
640K of RAM should be enough for it, right? Yeah. I think on this DOSBox X98 Windows 98 build that I got going here, I have 580 megs of RAM set up. Because I'm trying to emulate as much of the original hardware as I could. I think the FPU is built into the CPU. And I believe I have it set to Pentium Pro, which I would have never have had back then. Oh. Okay. Well done, Nick. I'm assuming that locks it in place so it doesn't spin anymore. And you can't turn it anymore. Okay, so...
Okay, well, I'm going to lock this.
Yeah.
On the off chance that we go swing or something.
I think we're going to do some Indiana Jones stuff here in a minute, because it's like he already showed up with the leather jacket and the hat. He's Indiana Pearson now. Our little guy is growing up. Pearson's went from, shy detective to this. Yeah, the scan lines are gone, man. This looks way better. Ooh.
No, that didn't do much of anything.
That's fair. Maybe there's something we can do with the switch that makes it so it moves down incrementally?
I mean, I could...
You can't have too much RAM when you're emulating, yeah. This computer has...
Let's try engaging the motor, but disengaging the lock. Turn.
All right, Pearson. don't fucking die. This is my luck, dude. Okay, it is doing it incrementally. That's exactly what I thought. Dude, we are Indiana Pearson. Look at us, dude. From detective in Cleveland to solving mysteries in ancient Germany. I love the sweater, too.
This will come in handy.
Yeah, because that flashlight would have died like 5 minutes into using it.
As opposed to the torch that, mysteriously lights after who knows.
It's a
how many
Hollywood
years.
torch. They never burn out, and they're always lit.
Oh. Oh no.
Save the game, Nick. This looks like a maze.
Oh no.
Save this game. You're very fortunate that I have the weird ability to solve mazes. I don't know why. I must have been a lab rat in my past life or something. But it doesn't mean I have to like them. Get rotated, idiot, was the best.
Oops.
So this is our notes. I'm glad that he's taking the notes down because, look, he's actually wrote down all of the markings he's located so far. I think those might actually be the clues we're going to need to solve that gem puzzle we have.
No. Possibly.
Wait, is it? Can you look at that thing in our inventory? Get a right click. What do we
I
have?
was trying to remember.
Oh, it
no.
remembered what we did before. Okay.
Apparently.
See, like, this looks like the thing we just picked up out of that vault. Is this like another Black Dahlia? Because if so,
Maybe?
that's pretty cool. We found this in our office in the very first day of the game. And I found it when I was loading the game up, and I was just like, checking interface and clicking things, making sure it works. Assemble your own D50 or whatever this thing is.
Yeah, technically, I think D25. I think there's
Yeah.
24 runes and then the top.
Ah, okay. You okay, Nick?
Oh, yeah. My cough has just been acting up lately.
All right, well, we've got a T section here. Or Y section, actually. And don't worry, Nick, I'm marking down everywhere we go, just like we did in the sewers.
Okay.
Just pick a direction. Preferably not the one we just came from.
Yeah, let's go right. Let's go that northeaster.
All right.
I guess it's just bit of hall. Oh, wait. No, yeah, that's just part of the wall. Okay, continuing on.
All right. Straightforward path. Very simple. It's because I'm a Minotaur. Well, that's some bullshit. No, I'm sorry. That was a bad joke. All to be able to play... I remember running a batch file on my old 486 to do EMM and bullshit shenanigans, all to play X-Wing. Well, X-Wing's excellent, dude. I actually played the arcade version, I believe. That's what it was. The big giant machine. It was really awesome. That's part of the reason why my retirement plan is to open an arcade and repair arcade machines. I'm not even kidding. That's my legitimate, like, when I'm, in my 50s and 60s, that's what I want to do, is run a private movie theater / arcade. And not like a big complex with like 8 screens or anything, just like one screen and then a bunch of really cool, niche games like that. Like I'd like to get a BattleTech Battle Pod and a bunch of other stuff. I forget, but I think Zone 66 needed you to not use EMM. Yeah. Fortunately, with
little
this
alcove.
Oh, okay. So marking this down. What do we have here?
Some skulls.
Okay, to be expected. To be expected.
Some candles.
Indeed.
Some pots. Some sort of something that doesn't have any further context, apparently.
Let's just double check that because they're letting us look at it. Oh, what's that? Okay. That was the only thing we could get. That sounds great. The names you got in mind for the arcade? Actually, I didn't really consider a name.
Oh, no, that's
a good point, Phil.
Okay, so what did we add to our inventory? Artifact.
That's the best description for it. Oh, can you click on that?
Artifact with squirrelies on the back.
This is obviously a key. Can you click on that to is it recessed in any way?
Looks like it's
okay.
As it rotates, it looks like it's the reverse of reset or in
the crow's nest. That's excellent. That's actually what I used to call this channel prior to the Courtesy Flush. It was back when they still had, before Twitch was a thing. It was called Justin TV. I'm freaking old, I know. But I called it the crow's nest. I made all these little funny graphics of me I don't know. I just had if you ever seen any of my old stuff I've ever made. Yeah, let's keep going right, Nick. Let's stick near the walls.
Yeah, that's been what I've been doing, is going right all the way down.
Chronomancy Theater and Murder Arcade. Okay,
We've got some spooky, scary skeletons.
Hey, Skeleton Raven, how's it going? Speaking of corvids. Where did the name Crow come from anyway? I actually came up with the name Crowwind when I was writing a character. This was back in 2000, the year 2000. Oh, wait, cutscene.
Uh-oh.
Somebody lit those torches. Then again, we did go into a trance and enter into a Doom level. Get a liquor license and call it the Barcade. I was considering that, but I think I'd have to really think about that, because the part of the problem was that once you do that, you can't have minors are not allowed to go in there and play any games, and the point of an arcade is to allow everybody to play. One of the things I really want to do.
Look here.
Yeah, I don't know why they're allowing us to look. Can we take the bones?
Not that I was kind of hovering over all of them, and it doesn't seem to allow me to let me take bones. Perhaps reason will...
No, that's not a Doom level. No, the Doom level in the other dimension that we went into. Can you look up above the doorway? Because I remember in Camelot that we played here on the stream, quest for the Holy Grail.
More gold, Your Majesty.
They always put stuff near the ceiling. Hey, Ray, thanks for the courtesy. Thanks for the 100 bits. Had a game store in town from 2002 to 2012 called the Crow's Nest. Spent almost of existence basement of the building. By the time the store closed, the second build is spender in the store. Aw, that's awesome. Yeah, I'd like to make it an arcade, tabletop space. Specifically, basement would be nice. Somewhere in the Midwest would be good.
Wait, can I not take...
We can see the helmet.
Hey, look at this cool shiny... Well, probably not real shiny, because it's buried underground for who knows how many years, decades, centuries. Just look at... Look at this helmet that exists.
Hey guys, look at this pottery. I will say the people who did the 3D for this game definitely deserve to show off what they've done, because this is pretty good for 1998. You're welcome. I don't know how long I'm going to be awake. I know that feeling. Oh, Nick, look, the center of it.
Oh,
We quite literally picked up the key, like right down the hallway.
that was convenient.
Yeah.
Okay. What evil have we unlocked?
It's got a mirrored surface. Oh, that's cool. Oh! Take a look at that. Why am I not surprised to find these runes in this crypt? Says the subtitles. Yeah, even our main character's starting to realize he's in an adventure game. I think that might have been what we were looking for. Hey, that's
Is
one of the
that one of
guys.
our-
Yeah, it's one of the guys. I don't recall which one.
Okay, and that's just showing us.
Yeah, that mirrored.
important thing
Can you
is
play
the
that
read.
mirrored opening again? I want to see it again. Watch when it opens. You can see the skeleton, and then you see Pearson, and then you see the thing. Whoever did that, excellent job, dude. Reflections are not something that's easy to pull off, and they put an FMV character in there. Can you check your inventory to see if you have a note on like which one of those that is?
Oops, nope. Senties.
Helen's notes.
Helen's.
No.
No, we don't have that anymore.
I think I took a picture. I think I took a picture of the stuff from that one boardroom back in Cleveland. You know, back when we were trying to solve a murder and not World War II Indiana Jones. No, I just have the pictures of all the, what do you call it? All those, all those, moon orbits and stuff. Then I got an 8K video of someone throwing a rubber chicken out of a window that I recorded. That'll all make sense in the future. I'll show you I'll show you guys in the future what that means. It's for something we're working on. Okay, I have a picture of the crests. And that's definitely one of them. I don't know which one, but it's definitely one of them.
You want to go back and look just because, or?
Can you? Can you save it and then, like, go back to that point?
I haven't walked very far. I had just gotten one space was all.
No, I meant, like, you save it here and then open it. Like, get the shield up, but, like, reload, like, save it here and then we reload to where we had the book from the first chapter. And see if we can, like, take a picture of the different shields, because I did not do that. I didn't think that would be that important. Get lost.
I don't know
in
that
it.
it is that important, but
Been under the weather since Friday. I'm sorry to hear that, Raven. This is great environment navigation for 98. Yeah, I said the same thing about Dark Side of the Moon. I was going to try to stream it, but I straight up got so sucked up into the story of the game and like what was going on. I just played through the whole thing. I mean, I'll still stream it at some point, but I just was so enthralled. I don't know. I like sci-fi
any
future
idea
stuff.
where we would have had that?
Go back one page. Glass puzzle. Middle left. All right. Let's go back in time. No, we have to go to that book, Nick.
Oh,
Oh wait, can you check the glass puzzle? Can you check it? Oh. Check
So
load the
this
game
was-
after this. Load the game after this, and then we'll come here to this location. And the reason why you're not seeing CD switching anymore is because I put all the CDs on the Windows hard drive, so we don't have to do that 100 times. Yeah, the Museum of Natural History, where you can find German stuff, obviously, not dinosaurs.
Do you mind if I have a look at your father's project?
Sure, I don't see why not.
Yeah, without the scan lines, this looks way better. Okay, so then you turned on that magnifying glass. Okay, so that is definitely one of the shields that we just saw in the crypt. So I'm going to take a quick picture of just this diagram. I'm assuming this has something to do with what we're looking at in that crypt. Okay, so go back out of this and then go to the magnifier on the left-hand side of it. Okay, I have a picture of that. So which one is that? Okay, so that one would be Fichterwald. Okay. I think that's good.
Okay.
Let's head back to our original game. I also love this save game little photo stamp album. It's really cool. Ever play Spirit of Excalibur from Virgin Games? Played that one at 386. Never got to... Oh, no, I've never. Spirit of Excalibur. Okay, I'm gonna write that one down. Oh, could you go back to that shield, Nick? Sorry, I didn't get a chance to
What do we
double-check.
need?
The shield, go back to it. I just want to see which one that is. Thanks, Raven. Thanks for the pennies. Or they're probably worth more than pennies now. I've been saying that for years. I think inflation's made bits cost more. But thank you very much. Ben wants his fireball shenanigans. Okay, so most definitely.
It's got the like flames on the left side and the blue and red checkerboard on the right upper corner.
So that one is Fichterwald. That's the guy Louis Fish, that the redhead that died in the first part of the game. So that's his shield. So that's Fichterwald.
Or at least his family's,
Yeah.
his ancestors.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay, so that I made a note of all that. So that's Fichterwald, also known as the Herald, because that was the clue that got us to find him in the first place. That was, again, I don't know where somebody came up with that idea, but that was evil. So we go right from here, because we haven't been right yet.
Okay.
Oh, either direction. I'd suggest just keep going right out of out of the mental capacity for filling out a maze. I have to. Yeah. Exactly. Oh, new area. What is this? Huh. Oh. Many doors. Entered here.
Well, that's
Thank you,
helpful.
game developers, for putting that there. That pop-up that said entered here. Okay.
You know, I wonder if...
Can you do me a favor? Face this way, just so I can see.
Yeah.
So we entered here. And I'm going to use this as our north, just because it makes it easier. It looks like it would be on my map. So there, 5 and 6. I think there's 6 doors. Yeah, 2, 4, 6. Cool. Okay, so there's 6 doors. Okay, so we entered from this door. Okay, I just made a giant like cube, so that way I know which door we've been through.
Okay.
Bits are still 0.1. Oh, so pennies are correct. Ah, gotcha. Oh, no. All right, let's not mess with this. I don't know if it resets. Actually, can you click on it and hit F1? Maybe there's an answer there.
Left click and drag the 4 rings for each of the 4 columns. Align the runes vertically with the metal plates. Note that there is only one matching appropriate pattern for each column. Left click on the back arrow or hit escape key to exit this interface.
And it doesn't reset.
Probably not.
So we just need to find out what the answers are.
So what I'm thinking, because we just had a set of 4 runes, didn't we?
We do. How many of these columns are there?
2?
Are there any others ones in the room? Or is it just these 2? Because there's 4 shields.
Oh, there is 4. 1, 2.
Yep,
3,
there's 4. Okay.
4. Okay.
Yeah, from the glass puzzle. Well, that guy's not having a great time. Although that skeleton's holding up pretty well considering its age.
Yeah, more so like it's holding up pretty well considering it has no ligaments.
Yeah.
Like, why? How? Why?
Well, people back in the olden days had.
This guy's still got hair. That's
interesting. Yeah, no, back in the olden days, everyone had very gluey joints, as you know, except for this guy. He kind of lost his head there.
Well, you know how it is when you're being tortured by hanging, so...
Are those heads hanging from the ceiling, or what are... I can't tell.
I think there are some additional head skulls hanging from the ceiling.
Now, somebody definitely went to Spirit of Halloween this year.
Okay.
So you entered there. Let's go into the room on the far right. Let's not go through those other doors, but if you turn right and go into that door on the far right.
Okay.
Yeah, that one right there. That way we can continue the circle that I'm imagining in my head and writing down right now. Because one of the things you could do to get through a maze is to just pick one direction and keep going in it, but keep mental note of where you went. So if you go right, if you just keep going right, eventually you'll run into something. Or left.
Okay, those seem to be just decorations. So, moving on. Headed west.
You know, I played, or growing up, one of my favorite movies was Labyrinth. And I really would love to go into a maze like Labyrinth, because I think that would be cool. But not like in a game, but like in real life. I think a maze like that would be sick.
Okay.
So if we go left, we're gonna break our little thing here. So let's go right.
So we're gonna go right, which is taking us northeast. Seems.
Yeah. Okay, so so that chamber that we faced, that is north. Okay, I'm gonna write in. They had taxes and a bunch of other nonsense fees. Ah, yeah. Well. Okay. We're at another section. So if we go right, we can continue on, but I'm also noticing that it looks like if we go left, we'll meet back up at the main chamber, so let's go right.
Okay.
I'm assuming that's where that goes. And then we go right again. This Saturday, Crow is Crow in Death Maze 5000. Also, I'd like to visit a hedge maze we used to visit when I was a kid. It's still there. Oh, I've never been in a hedge maze. They always look like fun. Again, mazes in real life are more fun than mazes in a video game.
Oh.
Hey, whoa.
This is...
Dude. This is an engineering nightmare. This is a vast cavern. How did they hang all that stuff up? How did they get people in there? All right, Pearson, you're a little guy. Don't get too cocky now. This place is totally going to kill us, dude. Let's save the game.
Yeah, that's,
Big cavern area. Yeah, what in the Diablo 2? Yeah, exactly. True dungeon? Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay. There's markings on the stairs. Oh, shit. Pearson.
So, question. How much ammo do you think they stocked these things left?
Look, man.
Could we just, cheese our way through it by, like, very carefully putting rock?
We just keep stepping on it until the fucking arrow stops shooting.
Okay.
You think, look, Phil, if you think they use ladders to do this, I don't know, man. Oh! Oh, no. Oh, my God.
Okay. Thanks, game.
Well, now that's on 3 deaths.
I'm thinking.
Considering how many times we've tried doing stuff in this game, I'm surprised we haven't died more.
I mean, there's been very few times when we have had, like, lethal puzzles. Like, we had the guy that was shooting at us early on in Cleveland when we went to
that was where the
apartment.
2 deaths we got came from.
And then now. Anyways, I'm thinking we're going to need to revisit that puzzle probably after we do the hanging thing.
I wonder why I chose to start there. Ocean not approved. But yeah, Phil, I don't know. Like, ladders is... Like, I don't know how you would get a ladder into the edge of this cavern to put a cage on this wall. Like, what's the... Like, there's no... Like, look how thin this passageway is. How did they get a scaffold over there?
You work your way along the rock face. Like, install temporary bridge, install temporary bridge, install, cage of the damned.
Yeah, because then once you have the cage up there, how do you put people in it after the fact? Do they have just like a bunch of, like, do they have like a maintenance closet with a bunch of scaffolds somewhere?
That's a tomb.
Okay, so that's another tomb. I'm assuming we're going to get the answer to the 4 pillar puzzle if we get up here. We should probably try to find out what the answer for the stairs is. There's probably a clue in the rest of the area.
In this area or in
other parts, because we haven't explored this whole catacombs. It seems like there's a lot more.
Do you want, though, call it quits here for the night?
Yeah, sure, we can do that. We did get through a lot. I'm just excited because I haven't...
No, I am also very excited, but also I'm like, I have a lesson to finish getting together and school to get up early for. So I'm like, yeah, this is probably about limit of me practically and still being able to function tomorrow.
All right, yeah, that sounds good to me.
Yeah, not that I haven't enjoyed myself, because this is exciting. This is, we're finding things, and apparently we are not as close to the end of the game as I thought we were. But it'll be.
This is gonna be a trip. But hey, next Wednesday, we should be back again to do this more. I'm enjoying the game despite the puzzles in that one room being awful. The acting's great. Everybody's
okay.
Dennis Hopper had like 5 minutes in a game.
Triple vault room. The only truly awful one was the joystick one.
Yeah.
The key one, fine. I was able to basically logic, like, I made a grid. I had numbered keys. I had lettered locks. I figured out what keys went in what locks. and then was able to play process elimination of, okay, what, what locks were only fit by one key versus what keys only went to one lock, and then started working my way backwards from there. And that was a very enjoyable puzzle. I loved that puzzle. I think you were talking and I didn't say anything because I was focusing on the puzzle and getting it done, but I enjoyed that puzzle. The little like kicker clog thing, the one that you did last stream.
Yeah, that one was more like
you just kind of did that one, so I have no idea what exactly you did, but that seemed fine because you did it in not terribly long amount of time. So it's just
I played enough Resident Evil puzzles
joystick.
that that puzzle was pretty simple because it's just like you just have to find the right switch sequence, and then you just once you get close enough, the cool thing is you can keep trying until you get close enough, much like cracking a password or something, and then eventually it just opens because there's only so many ways those levers can be flipped. But yeah, that square thing we just finished, I'm really surprised we finished that without like looking up the answer. That was really cool. Aside from that, it is an awful puzzle. But yeah, we'll be back again tomorrow with Mass Effect with Goat and Hutts as they continue their journey through Mass Effect 2. Yeah, I don't know what else to say except thanks to the Space Quest historian for pointing me in the right direction for the no scanlines patch. It's been excellent so far, and I'm enjoying this game, and I hope you guys are too. But we're gonna head off here. So thank you everybody for stopping by. Thanks for everybody for staying here and watching us suffer. And we'll see you next time here on the Courtesies Flush. So until then, you guys take care, and have a good evening. See ya.
No.